Hey, how's everyone doing today? This is Tali from Raw Naked Food, and today I want to talk about something really cool. I had a bunch of emails sent recently about how do you start your day, what's the most productive way to do it, being a raw foodist, and what should I get into my body before I start the day. And all these questions are very important because, as we all know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which is why I recommend that you don't miss out on breakfast. If you eat any meal, make sure that it's breakfast because you're breaking the fast, because that's what you're doing from whatever time you go to sleep till you wake up is you're fasting when you're sleeping. So the best thing that you can do is don't skip breakfast. I used to work out in the morning. I used to do strenuous workouts, and I noticed that I was plateauing at a certain level. I wasn't going and seeing the results that I wanted to see, in other words. And the reason for this was because I was working out on an empty stomach and I wasn't eating my breakfast and I wasn't fueling my muscles beforehand. And after I figured this out, I changed my whole routine, and as little as 1 week, I started to notice the results that were awesome, amazing. So I recommend that you don't skip breakfast. First off, eat it within a little window that I call the hour window. You want to eat breakfast within the hour that you wake up. So as soon as you wake up, don't go for that mile run, don't go for that 20-kilometer swim or those crazy sprints. Don't do any workout that's strenuous. Eat your food, eat breakfast, and work out later in the day if you need to. So that's my advice. The best thing that you can do is, it's not about the food you eat, it's about when you get your food into your body, and breakfast is the most important meal, so don't miss that out. What I do when I wake up, the first thing I do is I have myself something called systemic enzymes. And the reason I take systemic enzymes is because I want the enzymes to be working in my body throughout the day, early. And I take them on an empty stomach because I want them to start working instantly. And for another reason is I have some scar tissue on my body from working in kitchens and getting burned, that I want that scar tissue to go away. So ever since I started taking systemic enzymes, I noticed that all my scars went away, my skin was brand new. It rejuvenated itself. And it probably was more of what I ate and also these enzymes. And without these enzymes, I don't think I would have got rid of my scars no matter what I put on it. And if you have scars at home, if you have any noticeable scar tissue, I recommend you take systemic enzymes along with topical stuff like the wheatgrass pulp. I don't know if you know this, but if you do wheatgrass shots, take the pulp and don't throw it away. Don't discard it. Instead, rub it on your wound and use it as like a Band-Aid. Wrap a Band-Aid on it or a gauze or whatever, and have that on your scar, and then in little as 1 week or a couple days, you'll have a big scar totally disappear along with systemic enzymes. So that's my advice. That's the reason why I take it. Also, it purifies the blood, helps the liver perform less. Not perform less, but do less work, which is optimal for anyone. And it just helps me throughout the day. So I use systemic enzymes, and I take about 3 caps of systemic enzymes, which you can buy on the store. Just go online and do a search. I don't really recommend anyone's products. I am not affiliated with anyone, but I get mine at a certain place, and you can find yours too. If you really want to know where I get mine, drop me a line at rawfood@live.com or Facebook me a personal message, and I'll tell you where to get it and how much. Okay, and what I do is I take these 3 pills with some water. Now, I say this in my book, and I'll say it again. Your best water source is natural spring water. Do not drink your tap water. Don't do that. If you have to settle for a filter, that's your best bet. But my recommendation is you go out and you find a spring well, or just buy spring water from your store, but make sure it doesn't come in plastic bottles, because that's a no-no, because it leaches the BPA. Okay, so don't do that. What you want to do is you want to get bottles that are made out of glass, and I recommend you go to somewhere like Whole Foods, if you have that in your area, and buy their brand natural spring water. It's only $1.29, and if you buy a case, it's even cheaper. So it comes out to like $1 per liter, and the liters are more than just 1 liter. They're like 1.3 liters. They put more in their water, so you're getting a good value there. So I recommend, if you don't have a natural spring water, go to the store, buy yourself cases of it, and have water on call, because hydration is key. And the reason why people get fat, and the reason why people have lethargy